I came across this article and I also like to believe that even you must have read about this. Or maybe you already know about the content of this article in a vague or abstract sense. So this article says a former TikTok staff says that TikTok did not care about its algorithm fueling riots and other viral frenzies. This is a report by the BBC. Personally, I don't like BBC. I have my reservations. But occasionally they post something like this that really helps us in understanding the ever-evolving technology world and its impact, how it creates and changes our perception. Then why not take it up and discuss such content when it offers valuable insights? And this is not only true about TikTok, even Snapchat and other platforms have a similar way of operating, because at the end of the day it is all about algorithm. Algorithm is like the engine of your car or train. Wherever the engine goes, the entire human perception gets bent accordingly. Let me tell you a few things about TikTok. TikTok originated in China and was launched globally in September 2016 under the name Douyin by the Chinese tech company ByteDance. It was introduced to the international market as TikTok in September 2017. TikTok allows users to create and share short videos, typically ranging from 15 seconds to 1 minute in length. Users can add music, filters, text, and various creative effects to their videos. TikTok is known for its powerful recommendation algorithm, which suggests content to users based on their past interactions with the app. Now, TikTok quickly gained popularity, especially among younger users, and became one of the most downloaded apps globally. Look, it is simple and straightforward. These big technology companies aren't here for people to enjoy for free. They are here to make money, to earn profits, and at the same time, they also understand their power, which means they can influence people's attitudes and steer them in a certain direction. When a tech organization realizes this power, making a profit and earning money is just one goal. But beyond that, they can use this power to create a revolution. One that can change the image of a country's political allies, alter the way people live, bring about a tremendous shift in a nation's culture, and even drive people to the brink of madness. Now you might ask me how this can happen. Can you please explain this with a detailed example? So yes, I will try to help you understand this by providing an example. And perhaps some of you might even call me biased. Look, this isn't about bias or being unbiased. It's a straightforward fact that everything has its pros and cons. But if you carefully observe and invest your time in understanding things thoroughly, you will clearly realize that there is no equivalence between the benefits and drawbacks. In fact, the drawbacks are outweighing the benefits, and the harm is happening at such a subtle level that many people aren't even aware of it. A profound and negative transformation is taking place at a very subtle level, and I have chosen the word subtle very thoughtfully. If you have ever practiced meditation, a fundamental principle of meditation is that when you sit down to meditate with a calm and peaceful mind, your mind is often quite restless. Many thoughts start to dominate your mind because your mind has been shaped by a long history of experiences. It has seen so many things that your mind begins to project them like a picture on a projector. So there are two things, thought and thinking. Thought is singular while thinking is plural. Whenever a single thought or idea pops into your mind and then starts to form a narrative, that's what we call thinking. And when this thinking becomes dominant in your mind, it can either bring you happiness or sorrow. The same concept has been implemented by technology companies on their social media platforms through algorithms, which they call the human neural network and machine learning. And you must have seen this phenomenon many times when you come across a particular product or content on social media. And nowadays, your email ID and phone number are mandatory for linking. So technology companies use this to create a unique identity by linking your viewed content and products and making a library out of it. And then feeding the library to a machine and showing you similar looking content and products. Essentially, one thought is being introduced to your mind by these tech companies, and more similar content is being fed to you for creating a long chain of thinking. When you repeatedly see the same thing in different forms, it forms deep imprints on your mind. This gradually changes your attitude and psychology over time. And this does not stop here. These big technology companies study your sentiments and psychology at the next level, which is called sentiment analysis. When your sentiments are analyzed, you start seeing content that aligns with your psychology and further deepens your imprints, shaping your subtle level of thinking and behavior. This same formula is applied in various fields of life. For instance, within humans, there exists enthusiasm and knowledge in various fields such as sports, entertainment, business, politics, spirituality, food, lifestyle, and more. Now, in these different fields, when big technology companies start using the same algorithm, our minds begin to move in the direction where these big companies want to take us through their design algorithms. Think of it like this. If your mindset is a train, these big social media tech companies build railway tracks that determine your direction. Then on these tracks, they position different thoughts and products. And when the passenger, which is your mind, travels on these tracks and encounters various thoughts or products, advertisements, it generates revenue for them. Moreover, nowadays influencers play a significant role. So I want you to understand this. These tech giants are responsible for building the railway tracks using their algorithms. But to pull the train, you need an engine. In the early stages, these social media companies themselves acted as the engine. However, as the crowd grew and with time, influencers emerged. Now these influencers act as the engine, and those who follow these influencers are directed along a particular path. And this direction is determined by these big technology companies. Because if you are doing something that goes against the interests and narrative of these tech companies, you should know that they often create a direction for you. As you may know, if you don't follow their created direction, sometimes they even attempt to penalize you. In a nutshell, the growth of influencers depend on what the ecosystem demands. And the influencer will design their content in a way that not only fulfills the ecosystem's demand, but at the same time also attracts the viewer's mind, eventually creating a system where the big tech companies earn profit, the influencers earn name and profit, and the viewers get their mental satisfaction, without even realizing that this entire ecosystem has been scripted and designed for a particular purpose. So this is the story behind social media. Now, regarding what I mentioned about meditation at the beginning, the fundamental principle of meditation is that whenever you sit down calmly to meditate, your mind becomes quite restless and numerous thoughts start to dominate your mind. So I'll sum it up like this. Whenever we meditate with a calm and peaceful mind, many thoughts and ideas flood our minds. In such situations, we need to do one thing. We must simply observe the thought without creating a story behind it, without engaging in thinking. You should observe your thoughts like waves in the sea, coming and going. In fact, you shouldn't even observe the thought itself. You should focus on a single thing. Some people meditate by focusing on God, some concentrate on a point of darkness, and many others center their attention on their breath. The true benefit of meditation is realized when you can detach yourself from thoughts and thinking. Over time, you will notice that thoughts and thinking gradually diminish. This concept can also be applied to what you see on social media. When you come across something, try not to connect it to other stories or thoughts, especially if it is something you have seen multiple times. Instead, focus on one thing. These days, as you are probably aware, if you watch a short video or a reel, you often end up watching many more videos and reels without even realizing how much time has passed. And now when you have consumed so much content on the internet, when you try to relax or sleep, your mind will continue to process that information and develop a perception that guides your mindset. So you need to be very cautious about this. People often say that we should find balance, but the truth is that very few people truly understand the essence of balance. Most people are entangled in the virtual world created by technology companies without even realizing why they do what they do. This video began with an article on TikTok, but ended with explaining the mechanism behind almost every social media app. The principle remains the same. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching it.